Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a dark story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Became SCP-049, and yeah guys, it is an unscripted story. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to ch.charles for suggesting this idea. Now moving onwards, look, I haven't made an SCP video in a long time, but since most of you guys are interested, I have subscribed to an SCP, explanation channel. He explains all of the SCPs, and yeah, he's talking about the Plague Doctor, the one that wears the black dress and does experiments. So yeah, this is gonna be a retell of that tale in, his perspective and my perspective. So make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my What channel as well, and stay tuned for a story there. Who knows, maybe it will be another SCP because I am quite interested in it right now. Anyways, without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in SCP Foundation, in which we go towards the interrogation room, or the room that was used to communicate with the said anomalies, trying to find more about them. And leading that division was a key doctor, one of the key doctors, that is Dr. Jane Foster. And she was currently present herself because she was specifically interested in the Plague Doctor, otherwise known as, with his codename SCP-049. He appeared out of nowhere and has been killing people, saying that he was trying to find cure people and cure them from their sickness, ailments, and whatnot. That is why he was called the Plague Doctor, because he wore clothes like one. But the funny thing was, it was his real structure, not the clothes that he wore to hide his identity. Ah, Dr. Jane Foster. A fellow doctor, I see. Finally, we meet. I have heard quite a lot about you from the others. They have been telling me that you would come to meet me. What can I do for you? You seem to be in a good mood. Call me Doctor, please. Yes, Doctor. You seem to be in a good mood. Why, of course I am. Because not every day you meet a high-level doctor like yourself. So, tell me, what can I do for you? I'm not here to talk about your cures or ailments. What I want to know, or the Foundation wants to know, is about your history, of how you came to be. There was a moment of pause and silence. Why do you want to know about something like that? The 049, in a different tone, almost like he was serious, which has never been happened, because he used a neutral tone, always. We wish to help you, and try to understand you more. That is our end goal. After all, you are a fellow doctor, said Dr. Jane, and you wouldn't deny the right to knowledge now, would you? Well, of course I wouldn't. Even if the patient in case that you're case studying is me. Fine, said 049. I will humor you and tell you my tale, that is, if you can stomach it. As Dr. Jane looked towards the window that was upstairs, forget about them. It's just you and me here, Doctor. One doctor to the other. You are now my doctor and I am your patient. Let's begin with my name first, because that is, after all, what you want to know the most, right? Plague Doctor is something, or 049 are something that are given to me as titles, by people, by my patients, and by you. Yes. What is your real name, 049? My real name is Naruto, or was before I became, as you call, 049 or whatever. Naruto. Yes, Naruto Uzumaki. Are you from? No, I am not from this world, that is. You see, I existed in a world that was known as the Elemental Nations. There, people could use chakra. Chakra like spiritual energy? Yes, but we could manifest it. We could use elements, lightning, fire, and such with it, using hand seals. We could do much more. People were different back there. Happened. I became what I am today and cured them. They had a disease, a rotten disease, and that was greed, jealousy, and stupidity. And to cure them, I had to dissect each and every one of their brain just to examine. You mean to say that you... Yes. In other words, you can say, I cured them. That was not I cured them. That's 049. In a deeper tone. Yes, of course, you cured them. So, how did you came here to be? Simple. I found a way. Because we had the chakra, we were able to use different elements. But also, there was another technique that caught me quite interested. The seals. Fuinjutsu arts, in which we could craft seals that could store objects used through space and time. And through that, I was able to craft a seal to the other world because I knew I have now cured my own. I need to cure the others. And that is why I wound up here. At last. Did you... Yes. The next world was a planet in which beings similar to my world resided, known as Astals and Otsukis. They were cured next. And then I came here to cure your people. And sadly, the people here, they did not need my curing. That is why I chose to remain here until they do. So you mean to say that you can leave from here at any time? Yes. Why, of course I can. Then why stay? Why not leave to other? Because I know that there is out there in the universe a lot of people who need help. Well, you see, there are two things, doctors, because here a lot of doctors exist like yourself. And I find it quite interesting and respectable that such people exist. And there are a lot more patients than you think there are here. And that is why I'm quite keen to helping them. Such as my fellow other SCPs that you have named. You want to cure them, said Dr. Jane. Yes, why of course I can. I know I can. As suddenly, from behind the desk, there was nothing, as he brought out a bag. I even brought out my tools. As immediately the guards busted in, guns pointed towards it. Look like a lot of patients have just arrived. Mind if I... No, please. These are not patients, and please, you all must leave. Negative, Doctor. We are ordered to escort you out with protection. The interrogation time is over. You can interrogate him tomorrow. We will talk tomorrow, Doctor. It seems that our chat has come to an end. It feels good, like a psychiatrist talking to his patient. It's been a long time since I have been one. We'll talk tomorrow then. As Dr. Jane returned to her office, and there she presented the report to the higher-ups, as dark figures were shown seated on cameras, digitally. Speak, Doctor. What did you find out? You might have already been aware. I have been able to crack this far that his name is Naruto Uzumaki, and he is from not our world. He is from a world known as the Elemental Nations. And how can we communicate with that world? He has cured it, as he said. Cured it? You mean, yes. They don't exist anymore. All of them are dead. Find out more about him, his past. We need to know and understand what caused him to become the Plague Doctor. Yes, 049. He's speaking. I do not know why, but he is communicating. That has never happened before. From the reports I have read. Yes, it must be quite something that he's speaking to you, Dr. J. That is why you must lead this case. Tomorrow you will go in and speak to him again. Yes. And so, the next day, at the same time, Dr. Jane was allowed in. And she was given enough time to understand finally what he was. So here we are again, Doctor. Yes, Naruto. Can I call you that? There was a deep pause. If you're not alright with it, it's fine. You can call me that. Said a voice filled with emotions, not neutrality. It's been a long time since I heard my name anyways. Go on. What can I do for you? As the neutrality returned in his tone. We want to know more about your past. of how Naruto Uzumaki. I was, a kid. You really want to know about everything? Yes. Fine. I will humor you. I will tell you my past. As now, we go to the flashback. Naruto began, or SCP-049 began with his birth, and how things complicated from there onward. His pariahness and his loneliness, which he countered with pranks as well as trying his best to get the attentions of the others, and failing badly, because it only caused people to hate him more. And then, finally, him gaining some friends and allies. The ramen stand, mother and father, the Ichiraka, Hiruzen Sarutobi, and then there are more, such as his friends from his class, which he joined to become a shinobi in Konoichi, and Naruto joining the Team 7, something akin to his family. As Naruto then continued onwards until the Chunin exams, as everything was going as canon, and that is when something went terribly wrong. Hiruzen Sarutobi died. Tsunade was brought in back with the help of Jiraiya, whom he also began to see someone as close friend and an ally. And then his best friend Sasuke Uchiha, and as well as rival, escaped in search for power from the same man who he fought hard to save him against, Orochimaru. As Naruto chased him down with his friends and in the end had a standoff at the Valley of the End. And in that battle, Naruto won. Somehow, by sheer will, even after taking a Chidori, merely dodging his heart, he was able to stand and drag Sasuke, who was now unconscious, all the way back to Konoha, where a surprise was waiting for him. There, as soon as he arrived, he was arrested by the Anbus. Tsunade arrived in front of him and slapped him across the face. What? Bachan? Stop calling me that, demon. How dare you? How dare you lie to my face? What are you talking about? You know what you have done, Kyubey. As the headband was ripped off from his head, you are not worthy of this. As that is when two ghosts appeared in front of him as Naruto was shocked up. Fourth, no, I am the father of the son that you have taken the body of, Kyubey. As then Naruto noticed Jiraiya standing there. Hello, Sonny? Stop calling me that. My name is Jiraiya. To you. And yes, this was all a plan. All a plan to get you finally where you belong. We can't kill him, Minato, unfortunately, so he has to be sent to Blood Prison. Yes. You would suffer there. And suffer greatly. But unfortunately for us, you can't die. In the end, even after we beat you, you still won. Take him away. As Naruto tried to talk to his friends, anyone, but nobody listened. He was thrown into the Blood Prison. As back in Konoha, everyone was celebrating that the Kyuubi was finally defeated and sealed away for good in Blood Prison. While one figure, he was quite paranoid. And that figure was Danzo. As now we go towards his perspective. Have you brought it? Yes. This is serum created by Orochimaru. He has used the meteorite that has dropped 25 years ago at the backskirts of Konoha. I know. What is this? A virus, he said. A virus that would decay him enough, but keep him alive enough so that he would not be a problem, but be a skeleton in his own body. Good. Go in to the Blood Prison and inject it with this virus. And that is what the Anbu did. Naruto, while sleeping or trying to sleep one night, was injected with it. And then the elemental nation, as usual, forgot and moved forward. Even Danzo did. Naruto, though, he became something else. His eyes, they turned into hollow, dark orbs. His face, the skin began to melt, and bones began to appear and form into the form of a crow. And then the bones began to turn black. His skin peeled off and clothes peeled off and turned into a dark dress. As Naruto screamed and screamed each and every night in agony. The old blood prison was shook to the core, as if some haunting was happening there. They were afraid. They did not even go to his cell to check up if he's dead or not. They were too afraid because of the haunting, chill, full screams. As now we see, Naruto had become the Plague Doctor. As Naruto then appeared within his mindscape, where the QB was, and he too, for the first time, felt a chilling experience, because where Naruto walked, darkness followed. Ah, the great QB no Yoko. What have you become? A doctor. And I am here to cure you and the rest of this world. Cure? What are you? And that is when all hell broke loose. Naruto in this new form was not killable, not even in his mindscape. He broke through the seal and killed the QB, and manifested his power and chakra construct into his tools and bag. As Naruto then got up one night, and at the gates arrived and suddenly grabbed it, causing it to decay with his bare hand, which was now a skeleton, before wearing his mask. Glove. As Naruto walked out, a lot of people to cure. First, I should start from here. And what followed suit was the most horrific event in the history of the elemental nations. The whole blood prison, within a week, was turned a ghost, a haunted place, where rumors began to spread. Nobody was safe. Whoever was sent there was dead. Their body found as cut up, opened, and their expression horrified. That is, if their face was covered. And they all saw a shadowy figure watching them from the shadows, not leaving. The news spread fast, and Konoha, at first they didn't take it seriously, but when they found out, they celebrated. That is all until during the celebration a toad arrived, and that was Gamabunta, the chief toad himself, a huge toad. Jiraiya, Minato, we have a problem, he said during the celebration as everyone heard it. What? It's urgent. And so they were summoned back to the Toad Mountain. But as soon as they left, the doctor set a foot inside Konoha. Time to cure this place. It has brought in a lot of pain and agony on others. I need to dissect their brain and find out what causes this. What chemical reaction causes this to happen? As the story paused, wait, so you became Plague Doctor like that, Naruto? Yes, that is how I became the Doctor. It was the most horrific yet endearing experiment that they had done. They showed me my true self and my true passion. What about that meteorite? Oh, I found it later on. But let's continue from where we left off, shall we? Yes. And so, now we see Dr. Jane, who was scared and had her face color drained as he deliberately explained each and every one of his procedures. He continued, as Naruto began to dissect each and every one of them by sawing their head without anesthesia, causing them pain just enough so that they felt everything, and then seeing through their skulls. And once everyone surrounded them, Minato and Jiraiya at that time arrived, and by that time more than 500 people were already dead. He worked that fast. Hokage-sama, we found this whatever this is, and he killed 500 people in Konoha. Naruto? I'm afraid Naruto is no longer here. Call me doctor, please. I'm here to cure you. Cure from what? Naruto. Cure from your own disease that has been plaguing this place long enough. Betrayal, jealousy, as well as nakedness that you all possess within yourself. We know what we did was bad, but please, you don't have to. And what followed suit was Minato himself being dissected. He suddenly appeared in front of him with a saw and began to use it on the face straight, grinding through his skull and ripping it open. Ah, I see. A frontal lobe of the brain is dark. That is quite a nice discovery. Now Tsunade and the others were terrified. Minato was killed, and within the blink of an eye, in front of them, surrounded by ambush, everyone began to run. Within a week or so, Konoha was now the same as Blood Prison. I need to cure everyone. And know why. This study needs to be studied. And from there onwards, the terror of the Doctor in Dark grew. Not even the Bijus were safe. Nobody was. After all that, one village was able to survive, which he was able to find out. The Sound Village. So he arrived there. Orochimaru tried to fight, but in the end he too was killed and defeated. And Naruto was able to uncover the meteorite that Orochimaru possessed. The Doctor began to experiment with it, gaining enough power that he became an immortal. Unkillable. He was unkillable before, but now he was an immortal and unkillable Doctor. And then he traveled, using the time-space, after getting rid of his world from the sickness, as he called it. Their life itself. Wait, so you eradicated a whole civilization? You really possess that power? No, I don't possess powers, I possess skills. And yes, they are cured, not extinct. But you did kill them all. Doctor, you're confusing. Those people were sick to the brain, and I had to do that in order to understand. And as you know, in medical field, when trying to find a new case study, you make mistakes. The patients end up most of the time dying. What did you find out? That they all possessed a black frontal lobe. That's quite shocking. And when I arrived here, it was more shocking because most of the people did. Those who had commenced crime, they did. But those didn't, they were fine. You killed innocent? Yes, I had to. For case study, obviously. To find out and figure out if it was common here as well. But the surprising and good thing was that back in elemental nations, everyone had it. How I wish I could do that to myself, but as you can see, I am no longer able to do that. That is why I arrived here and deliberately got caught by you. What? As Dr. Jane was now sweating, he for the first time felt the atmosphere in the room heavy. Gone was the confidence that she possessed, and now she was terrified. Terrified of the 049 that was sat in front of her, because she realized that this was a monster created by the people who betrayed him since the beginning, even his own parents, and he was beyond broken, and then changed into something much more sinister that became the end of all of them. As she pressed the button, and immediately the guards came inside. Oh, good. More patients. They're not. They're here to escort you. My time is up. You seem quite tense, Doctor. I can cure you. Would you allow me to do that? I am fine. I am a doctor myself. Naruto, I'll be able to cure myself. Well, you don't need to be rude about that, Doctor, but yes, if you are not curable, then I will cure you myself. I hope that is agreeable. After all, I did tell you my deepest secrets. I agreed to that. And so, Dr. Jane left. And so did the others, as SCP-4049 was escorted back to his cell, where he was now patiently seated and reading a book, which was his journal, and his new patient name was written down there, Dr. Jane Foster. As Naruto, or Blake Doctor, sat there, humming a chilling tone, while Dr. Jane and the SCP Foundation just realized the most sinister entity they might have possessed would be this one. But then again, there were more bigger fish into the sea. But they all have now their eyes, at least one of them, opened, even in their sleep, so that the Blake Doctor wouldn't come for them. as this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. I know this is from a different perspective that a Naruto story in a chilling tone is told, but to be honest, I find it quite cool. What do you guys think? Did you like it or not? Do let me know in the comment section, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.